Do what? Lay down.
My chair.
Lay down. Alright, you good.
Don't need any more puzzle.
Hurry. We on yet?
Oh yeah, okay.
Stop. Are we on yet?
Are we there yet?
Can you hear me yet?
Are we there yet?
No construction
Can you hear me
jobs.
now?
Are we there yet?
No more echo.
Can you hear me now?
Am I home yet? Is this show over yet? What's going on?
Hello, are we on yet? Are we on yet? So, can you guys hear me? Everybody can see me?
So, buttons on your ice cream.
Hello, Loki. Alright,
We're up.
here is December 12th, 2010, broadcasting live at ESETI.
Alrighty then. Well, welcome to ESETI, and this is an interesting day here. It's the 12/12, December 12th month, and a lot of times I don't give a lot of credence to numbers. You know, I look more at feelings and energy flows and things like that, and in meditations they'll tell me when flows are going to start. But there was a huge flow of energy that started on the 7th, started coming in on the 7th of December, and it was going to go for 7 days till the 14th, and that was what I was told in meditation. So that's why we decided to do the live stream and invite other people to join us in this meditation. It's been an incredible success. We didn't know it was going to take off like this, but it's going out to thousands of people and sub lists, and a lot of people are participating with this around the world, and YouTube as well. It's on YouTube as well, so people are checking it out on YouTube. So we welcome everybody, but this seems to be kind of like one of the pivotal days in this event. I was told some pretty amazing things, and I'm not saying this to boost our ego or anybody else's ego, but what the higher beings are saying, that those who are participating in this event are like great lights. They're looking down and they're going, what is going on down there? And they're seeing energies and light generated like they've never seen before. So some of them are actually shocked. They're coming here just to check it out. You know, there are beings that are participating in the awakening healing process, and they're the ones that inspired us to do this. There are beings that are just observers. They have their own world, their own reality, and they're more focused on that, but they are observing and watching, and apparently we've gotten their attention. Hopefully they'll join the rest of the benevolent ones that are spiritually and technologically advanced, that are assisting in this awakening and healing process. We talked before about how there was going to be a mass uprising, a mass awakening, and it's basically here. It's going all throughout Europe, if anybody's been watching the news. We don't have a TV here. I suggest throwing your TV out, you know, because the energies that are transmitted through the TV and the abilities for them to look through your TV and a lot of other objects is a good idea not to so much participate in that. But, you know, be very selective on what you watch and be aware of your energy fields and how it's affecting you. You know, there's a lot of programs running right now. I think my feeling is there's so much disinformation out there and misinformation and so many underlying goals and agendas going on. It's really hard to stay on track with all of it. So we really have to just stay on track with the heart and what we're feeling is going on. And I think there's been a lot of programs that have been set into motion that have gotten away from the people that set them into motion. So I don't think they realized it was going to go to the extent and become basically out of control. The desire for freedom and independence right now, the people that are just fed up with the manufactured lack and the poverty and all of these programs that are being run right now, the energy behind this is just, it's going global, basically, and people are just done with it. They're done with the nonsense. You know, I find myself as well, I'm just done with the nonsense, and we get crazy people sending us letters accusing us of this or that, you know, and part of me finds it hilarious and I have fun with it and I joke back with them and let them see themselves and play with them for a little while, and then I just leave it. You know, then they go to the trash or to the junk mail. You know, so we give them a chance to heal and open and drop the process. You know, we'll mirror back to them their process, and a chance for them to look at what's going on. But there's no attachment there whatsoever. So although there's times that they go, why are you so angry? Why are you so, and we're like on the ground laughing. We're totally laughing. You know, one of the masters said, don't swell with pride when they praise you, and don't shrink with fear when they come after you at adversity, that you just stay neutral. So we just stay neutral and have fun with it, you know, play with it, you know, play with the adversity, have fun with it, learn to laugh at it. There's going to be a lot of it. So the other night I was in deep meditation, and I felt this extreme sadness come over me, and tears were coming out and everything else, and I could feel the deep feelings of the mother and a lot of humanity on the earth and everything, what this deep sorrow that's being expressed in different ways, you know, in riots and things like that. People are just, they've tried everything. They've tried every approach, everything possible to shift and heal and turn this planet around. But, you know, there are people out there, it's not their truth. It's not their truth to listen to reason. It's not their truth to get into the heart. It's not their truth to do things that are in the highest and best good of humanity, the earth. And the only thing they understand is, you know, force, basically, unfortunately. And that's their karma, and that's what they've created. You know, that's the only lesson that is going to work with these people, is to actually find some way to remove them from the scene, hopefully in a peaceful manner, with people just standing arm in arm and saying enough's enough, and not participating in the nonsense anymore, and not giving your power away to these people. But we have to realize that, I see over and over again, it's a trap, is that we start defending ourselves, we start trying to reason with these people, we put all this time and energy into trying to get them to awaken and heal. And the problem is, you cannot instill want into another being. They don't want to awaken. They don't want to heal. They could care less about what's really happening. It's all about their own little program. And some are just programmed for power and wealth. That's all their program is. They don't see anything else. It's like talking to a wall. They just don't get it. You know. So the bottom line is that nature has a plan for them. Spirit has a plan for them, Creator has a plan for them, whatever you want to call it. They will get whatever lessons they need. This is an action-reaction world known as the plane of demonstration, so they will experience what they need. And the thing is just to remove your energy from it, not allow yourself to be sucked into it, be vampired by it. And if you are going to, you know, engage it, have fun with it. Just play with it. Don't let your ego jump in and start defending itself. You know, it's just have fun with it. You know, start asking questions, and rather than tell them they're wrong or anything else, just keep asking them questions. Turn the energy around, and if you ask the right questions, it's amazing. You know, what all of a sudden they have to stop and they have to check themselves and look at what's going on. So that's about it. You know, don't be too upset about change, because, you know, it's coming. There's nothing we can do about it. It's a huge event that we're undergoing right now. You know, for example, it's so funny. I have people actually sending me emails saying that there is no change, that everything's normal. They have the government charts and statistics showing that everything is business as usual. And I said, you know, get out of your cubicle, stick your head out the window, get out in nature. You know, if you're attuned to nature at all, you know change is coming, that change is in the wind, and these changes are upon us now. This crazy weather we're experiencing, you know, is all part of that. The weather is not normal. I mean, I've lived here for 25 years on the mountain. We've never seen anything like this. Winter came a month early. Now it's 45 degrees and raining. You know, it's all over the place. The jet streams are all over the place right now. Other countries are having deep freezes. The Gulf Stream is severely stalled right now, you know, so that the Arctic airs are dropping down. There's just crazy things. People are much warmer where they should be much colder, and other people are much colder where they should be much warmer. So it's not just Earth that this is happening. The whole solar system is changing. And our little egos can't stop it. I don't care how many charts, how many numbers you have, how many government statistics you have, it doesn't matter when it comes to looking out your window. That takes precedence. So get out in nature a little more, become attuned to nature, figure out what's going on around you. Start listening to the wind, listen to the elements, listen to what's happening, because they will tell you what's happening. Every element is conscious. You've got the water elements, it's totally conscious. The air, the wind, it's conscious. It's these elements are totally conscious. The earth is conscious. All these elements are conscious. There's consciousness in each and every one of them. So basically, when you're tapped into the earth and you're tapped into all the elements and you're working with the elements, you're very aware of what's happening around you and your planet and your solar system and your galaxy, basically. So, that's basically all. I had a great guest, Eden Sky, on the radio show last night that talked about that balance, about the Mayan calendar and a lot of these things, upcoming events, and it's coming out everywhere. This information is coming out everywhere. So basically, the 2012 event that we're undergoing, all I can say is change, change, change. It's going to be a lot of change, and it's going to happen on every level. And so right now we're seeing incredible social, economic changes. You're going to see some crazy stuff in that arena coming up real soon, and then you're going to see the Earth usually follows that. So what happens is those who are real sensitive feel these energy waves come through. They feel them first and they go, whoa, what's going on? Sometimes they get real excited and agitated, or they get real lethargic. It knocks them down. Some people get sick or ill when these waves come through that are ultra sensitive. And then as it moves through, it starts creating social, economic changes, relationship changes, emotional outbursts, things like that. It affects the bioelectric fields around your body, starts agitating and bringing up everything that needs to come up. That's how it works. And then the Earth absorbs it, and then she has to release it. So she's going to release it through earthquakes and volcanic activity. And it's unprecedented. The earthquake and volcanic activity on the Earth right now is unprecedented, because we are moving through a highly energized place in space right now. And there's other planetary influences and other forces that are actually creating these shifts, creating the sun to go ballistic and go through its changes, which is another story in itself. And if you've been following the news, there's massive shifts beyond your imagination, bigger than planets, bigger than Earth, some are heading this way, some are around the sun right now. NASA's fully aware of this. They're doing all they can to mitigate these changes, to assist us in this birthing process. So you're not alone. These ships have been here since the beginning of time. I love what this one woman asked her Tibetan Lama. She said, well, can you tell me when the ships are going to appear? And he just laughed, and she couldn't figure out what was so funny. And he said, what do you mean appear? They've always been here. And he said, when you're going to open your eyes, when you're going to rise to the occasion and be able to see them and experience them. And because they have been here since the beginning of time. As a matter of fact, there is no they, it's us. A lot of them are us returning. In the big picture, there never is a they. There's no I in the big picture. There's only we and no divisions. But basically what we're coming into is those age-old teachings that Buddha stated, that the whole universe resides within you. Jesus said, ye are gods, the temple is within. He prayed, beloved Father, let them become gods as we are gods. All the masters talked about this God awakening within, this major event that we're undergoing right now, and we're in that right now. We're in that process. So that awakening process is going to be expressed in many levels. On every level, you're going to see this process. So it's very good to stay centered, So anyway, I'm kind of here and shut up and start the meditation. So I hope that helps some people. I want to begin too before we do these classes, we do a lot of clearing work and a lot of healing work, and we did before, but we're going to walk through another clearing because there was a lot to clear this time. We're getting a lot of attention from the other levels, and some of those levels aren't so positive. They need healing. But basically, it's important to start any meditation with clearing. Somebody asked me what the path to enlightenment is and how do I meditate, and I get a lot of emails about that. And one of the Tibetan lamas I studied with, he said there's so few enlightened beings on this planet because it's so damn simple. And it gets way too complicated when we get into all these religions and programs and rules and regulations. But basically what he said is you just focus on love and joy and bliss until you become it. Make your eye single. That's what Jesus said, make your eye single on the source. What is the source? It's love and joy and bliss. It's not a little old man, with the beard and a laptop that's going to punish you. It's beyond that. It's neither male nor female. It's a feeling. It's just that pure love and joy and bliss is what it is. And then there's the void beyond that, if you want to get technical. But I kind of like hanging out and playing a bliss. Let's get that one down first, and then we can go off into the void. But anyway, that's the process. These meditations are just for guiding. They're for guiding the mind, creating images, sending energy, calling in healing energy. That's basically all they're about, but it's all happening within you. Like all these events are happening within you. If you could take the earth and put it within you, you could heal it. So maybe that might be a good meditation for today is to actually just bring the earth into ourselves, expand out. So basically, let's just start out by doing a clearing. And again, I want everybody to call upon their main teacher and guide, their angelic helpers, their masters, whoever they deem appropriate for this clearing. These are universal clearings. And you can call on Gaia Sophia, whatever floats your boat. Take a few deep breaths, and we welcome all the higher beings to come in, the highest consciousness and energy. We welcome all the star nations, all the masters, all the angelic realms, saints and sages, all the elementals, the nature spirits, all the servants of Source to assist in this process. And we speak to each and every one of you that are here for a healing. They're in need of healing. We welcome you in love and light. We tell you that you are healed and forgiven, lifted and enlightened. You're all filled, surrounded in the Christ light and the Christ love. You're free of all pain or sadness and sorrow, free from the earth vibration, and we ask the beautiful Many escort all of you to your perfect place to go in peace. And again, we ask that all thought forms, mental concepts, all concepts of division, separation be dissolved, lifted, and healed. And we ask that the entire room become energized with this beautiful love and light, closing all of our auras to all but our own highest expression. Ask that everybody's souls be open to the highest expression. That we only have pure intent, open minds, and loving hearts. That we stay in a state of gratitude during this process. And again, we're going to start spinning the energy in the room. The room is starting to spin. The energy is starting to come in, spinning in on your left, going out to your right. Just see this beautiful golden white light coming in. Again, see it blazing through your physical body, through every atom, every cell, every muscle, every organ, every bone. Every ligament, every joint. See it renewing, restoring, healing. See it blazing through your mental body, dissolving all limiting mental concepts, all concepts of division, separation. Allowing all cultural and religious beliefs, but transcending all religious and cultural boundaries. Moving into the unified field of love and joy and bliss. See this energy blazing through your emotional body, dissolving any sadness, any sorrow, any feelings of separation, any guilt, any unworthiness, dissolving all fear. Again, see this blazing through your astral body, dissolving all wrong conclusions from past experiences, severing all psychic bonds, dissolving all karmic ties, allowing the wisdom to settle into the soul. And see yourself moving up into your etheric body, your blue body, and again, this is the perfect blueprint. This is your whole and healthy etheric self, the perfect incarnation. Allow this energy again to descend down through all your bodies, right into the physical, changing your DNA, altering your physical body, bringing it into alignment with the perfect blueprint. See your your higher body starting to open, come in, moving up the vibration continuum. See yourself going all the way up to the source itself. Now I want you to visualize a beautiful golden door at the source. And as you open this door, just see this incredible wave of golden white light, liquid light flooding through the door. Step back, let it go by. See it pouring down from the source itself, down through your higher bodies. Through your etheric body, your astral body, your physical body, onto the earth. Just see it like a great flood going out over the earth. All this beautiful golden white light. You can add some green light to it, some healing energy. You can add any color you feel guided to this light, and just see it spilling out over the entire earth. And know there's no limit to this loving golden white light, this liquid light. It's infinite as it pours out. See it moving across the land, going out in all directions, the north, the south, the east, the west. See it pouring through the very earth itself, through the crust. It's like the great flood, but it's the golden white liquid light. flooding the entire earth with love and joy and bliss and healing energy. Just visualize the entire earth completely engulfed in this liquid light. See this light just completely washing away the debris of separation, of greed, fear, lack, all these old programs. See them all just washing away, dissolving. See this light completely empowering every individual. And with this light comes the universal principles that are necessary for a healthy society and environment. Principles of brother-sisterly love, individual freedom and prosperity for everyone, strong reverence for life, activating the heart of hearts of each individual on the planet, empowering them to do what's right, to be in service to humanity and the earth, to be in service to the awakening healing process. Getting a message from the higher beings right now, and I was going to go close the door, but they said to leave it open. So we'll just leave it open. Can't have too much love and joy and bliss. And again, end with giving thanks to your multidimensional selves, your higher selves. Give thanks to the Source itself and all the higher beings that participated in this. All the higher beings that are participating in the awakening healing process, the transition. Know that you're not alone in this vast universe. And know that the beautiful many are not only here, but more and more are on their way. Take a deep breath and feel yourself coming back now. Everybody back?
Trying.
I imagine everybody's probably still zoned out with this energy. We could answer some questions if anybody wanted to.
Well, I got a question that somebody wrote me today
Okay.
about yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, we we did the journey, went and met the guides, and then received a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And you had made a comment about bows and arrows,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of chuckled about it.
Yeah.
And the dude just wanted to know, any insight of what that meant to you, because that's what the gift that he received
Nice,
was,
yeah.
bow and arrow.
Well, after my near-death experience, I had several white light experiences where I was taken in front of these beings. One of the beings was Ezekiel, which is a pure golden being. He had long golden hair, golden robes, and a golden beard, and it all flowed in together. And he was sitting on what looked to be like a throne, basically, and there was 2 pillars on each side of him. And one pillar had a book, and there was nothing in the book. It was empty pages, a big golden book. And the other little pillar had a bow and arrow on, really beautiful golden bow and arrows. And it took me years to figure out what the bow and arrow was about. I knew I was supposed to write the book, his books, which are reunion with Source and becoming gods. And so that was those teachings that were supposed to be, transmitted here on Earth. The bow and the arrow, I figured out later, is for sending these arrows of that golden bliss long distance. And I was given the gift of being able to heal long distance and do long distance clearing and healing work and things of that nature. So it represented that that aspect of the healing work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. Any other questions? One guy's asking, so when did you get off your meds? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do drugs, don't do meds. No. We get all kinds of crazy comments like that. It's kind of funny. We just think it's hilarious.
I don't see any questions coming in.
Good. That's good. Maybe the talk in the beginning answered most of them.
And with that much energy coming in, it's kind of hard to
I know, yeah,
articulate
yeah.
questions
Oh,
right
yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully after these meditations, you're out of the mind and you're just in that blissful state and in the heart. And so the questions just fall away. They easily just disappear.
Someone's asking, having a conference this summer?
Yeah, tough one. We're working on it. We're under extreme challenges with the county right now. They seem to believe that we don't have the right to assembly or the right to our religious practices or any of the other rights in that along that line. So basically, we're having to deal with some legal matters so that we can continue to have the conferences. But there are some apparently rules and regulations that are completely unconstitutional that the county seems to like to try to enforce.
Somebody said we should bond them.
What's that?
Bring their bonds.
Leave their bonds.
Yeah, send us the information on that.
How do we do it?
How do we do it?
How do we do it?
Tell us, please.
Somebody said you bet they'll send us the information.
Nice. Thank you.
And if you know of anybody that wants to offer any kind of legal support, that'd be great
Yeah.
too.
That would be awesome.
Most people replied that they're just blissed out and humming right now, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can do
That's
other
fine.
nights where it's
That's
all
where we're supposed to
questions.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, you should ask yourself because you definitely know.
Yeah, I know. That was one of the last counselings we did. It was funny because we had all this information, all this incredible healing work, all these past life, this life trauma, all these things are all cleaned up, full-blown connection with the masters, and then they go, but I have all these questions, and I go, you're totally hooked up. You know, the masters are right there. They're right there. That's what this is all about. So it's very important to realize that this isn't about somebody else answering all your questions, but we're trying to get to people to the point where they have their own answers. But I know it's tough because there's just so much misinformation and disinformation out there. Is there another one?
The map maker said hi.
All right.
Yo!
Great.
Glad you
Glad you made it
safe.
safe.
Yes.
Somebody was curious to see what the light being shared with you when you had your chuckle. Was there anything else? Right before you was about to close the door and you kind of had a chuckle.
Oh yeah. I was saying, I was kind of having a conversation with them, and I was saying, okay, so I guess we should go back and close the door. And they just said leave it open, and that's why I started laughing. They said just leave it open, you know. It's like, so I started laughing, you know. It's I don't know, it's just funny.
Because usually in the meditation they close it so the person can ground out. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to go, okay, let's go close the door, and they go, no, just let it go, let her rip, you know, because that's what we need right now. We need to just totally flood the planet with.
Have the beings mentioned anything about the upcoming solstice and what it'll bring?
Yeah, they have expressed it's very important that we all do our work at that time. It's an amazing gate and doorway. And, you know, a lot of it depends on what we do, basically. If enough of us can really anchor in this higher conscious and energy, it's going to change everything. And so basically at the time, they'll probably tell me, you know, we'll do the work, and then afterwards they'll tell me, you know, hey, you've really altered, you know, the direction or changed the flow a little bit, you know.
Someone's curious to ask what's your technique or suggestion for asking for more knowing or connection or...
You know, with me, basically, when I first started out, that was like my mantra or my prayer. I want to know. I just want to know the truth. I don't care. You know, one time I said, I want to know the truth. I don't care if it killed me, and a big beam of light came through and hit me in the chest. Next thing I know, I was on a ship, and 3 gold balls of energy came down and returned all my memories to me, all my past lives on this planet, but other planets as well. So you have to get to that point where it's just first and foremost that and you have to be ready to let go of your old programs, all your old belief systems. That's the main thing. But I think just that meditation is the mantra or the intention of I want to know. And then before you go to bed, do that as well, and say, teach me, you know. Teach me, heal me, work with me in my dreams, and then give thanks for it. You'll be surprised what happens.
Someone was wondering, has there ever been a pregnant lady that came to the ranch that had an intense experience that affected her baby or child, or any downloads with a pregnant woman? And
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of times the spirit of the child is with us, and it's intense. And those of us who are sensitive, we just go, oh my God, you know, there's this huge being coming in about ready to be born. And also the children are go off with the energy. They just get all crazy and excited and all blissed out and have fun with it. But definitely we found out who the child was coming in, where they came in from, and it really helped out later on to know that because they understand more about this child. And you know, you go, hey, this kid's a huge spirit. He's a system buster. You know, he's not. You're gonna have fun with this one because he's gonna push every one of your boundaries, every one of your limits. You know, and so when they know that, they go, okay, yeah, it's like. He's going to question everything, you know. And you know, just knowing that really helps out. You know, helps them understand what's going on. That there's nothing wrong with their kid. You know, he's just got a lot of energy. And a lot of these kids, when they're born and they're really small, they have these huge spirits and these little tiny bodies, and they have so much energy, they don't know what to do with it, and we really have to stop drugging them. That's the thing. Stop with all these. There's nothing wrong with your kids. It's just that they have a lot of energy and it needs to be directed. And a lot of times in schools, we don't honor the spirit of the child and the child's own unique purpose. What we do is we try to cram them into this little consumer product, and that's it, and stick them into one little category. Well, when you have an enlightened race of beings, they know that child's unique purpose, and they give that child everything it needs to excel to its highest potential, and then that child gives back to the whole. The Pleiadians actually take their kids up at about the age of 9. They take them up on the ships. They shift into a non-physical reality, and it's like having a near-death experience. And they take that kid and where you just become one with the light, and when you come back, you're in service mode. You totally understand. You're one with all creation. You've totally merged in a unified field. So, although we don't have that technology on the planet right now that we know about, I mean, it might be in some of those black projects, but we should be doing things like that, basically, and raising our kids, find out who they are, why they're here, and support them in that process.
Someone is just amazed at the ease with which you communicate with the higher beings, and they're wondering what the communication is like. Is it words words that you hear? Is it a feeling, or just a direct knowing?
I just make it all up. No, it's a profound feeling. It's a profound feeling and a knowing. It's not always clear. It's not always. I don't know how to explain it. It's not so detailed information, but the higher up you get, it's just that pure love and that joy and that bliss, and we've been doing this I've been doing it for 35 years, so it's just natural now, but it took me a long time. The couple near-death experiences I had blew my doors wide open, and I've just kind of kept them open, and trained with lamas and yogis and a lot of other master teachers here on the earth to constantly refine that and keep it open. And the main thing too is, like, don't take all this stuff seriously. It's like, it's love and joy and bliss. Have fun with it. That opens the door. If you start putting yourself down and judging yourself, I'm not good enough, and why would they talk to me, and all this other stuff, it's like that just totally blocks you from having that communication.
Would you plan on holding another meditation online streaming like this on the solstice?
You know what? That is an excellent idea, and most likely we probably will. Hopefully, if the technology holds out and we have everything together, I think it would be awesome to do a really major event here and do some drumming and singing or whatever, and just have some really. It's tough up here on the mountain because we just went through freezing weather, blizzards, and now we're in just driving rain, and it may go back to blizzards, so there might just be 5 or 6 of us like today. We've lost a few people today that usually join us, but it's summertime. We can have huge events and televise them, but probably, hopefully, I hope we will do some kind of a meditation, and that is kind of where it's going. We're kind of in the moment here, and we kind of plan as we go, so definitely I'll be here, so we'll see what happens.
So keep in touch.
Yeah, get on the newsletter. Get on the newsletter at eseti.org. Sign up for the newsletter, and we'll let you know. Or the Facebook.
And again, someone said they'll send us some information to ESETI events about how to lean someone's bonds. So,
Okay.
Yes, nice.
thanks for that.
Yeah.
If there's any other attorneys or any specialists in this field,
Any other paperwork they want to send us that would kind of slow things down a little bit would be great. Yeah. Or specialists in the field too.
until the colony collapsed and crumbled underneath their feet.
I think these old draconian systems are folding in on themselves, and they're getting so much resistance right now that I just don't see how they can stay on top of it, and they don't have the funding, they don't have the money. People are just saying, you know, we're done, enough's enough, and there's this huge empowering energy coming in. So you know, it's just a matter of you know, what they're asking and demanding is beyond ridiculous. It's beyond all rational thinking. So it's not just here, it's happening all around the world. So I think those old programs are pretty short-lived. You know, they've got maybe a year at the most. Not even that in some areas.
Someone's curious, have you been in contact or connected with your galactic family, and what did they say about 2012?
Yeah, definitely. Actually today, I had a beautiful connection with Plumaria and Bligi and some of the other Palladians. Basically, it's really, there's so many different dynamics happening right now, because basically you have the Sophia Gaia principle, and she has her process, her awakening healing process, and she's undergoing that. She's going through an ascension process. So you have that process going on, and she's going to do what she needs to do to cleanse and heal and restore the environment and whatever is necessary. So you have, you know, all the Native Americans talk about that process. Then you have humanity, which is really waking up and figuring things out very quickly, you know, in that process as well. And then you have divine intervention, which comes in the forms of angelic guides, ascended masters, benevolent ETs, the nature spirits. All of them are assisting. And the more we ask for assistance and help, the less extreme the changes will be. So it's really tricky. So you have this race, this three-way race, and they're all jockeying for positions right now, and I don't think anybody knows exactly how it's all going to turn out. But I know that there are incredible forces here that are just waiting to assist us, but we have to initiate it, and we have to become a part of this. And the more that we get involved, and we can lessen these events. If we don't do anything and just let things go in the direction they're headed, there's going to be extreme changes on the planet, and that's why we're all involved here. You know, I'll be honest with you, I had a vision probably in 1982 which really inspired me, and I went above the earth and I saw the 2012 time limit, and the earth was a mud ball. There was nothing left on it. It was just mud, and the oceans that reeled across the land, and it freaked me out. And when I saw that, I just went, oh my God, you know, I've got to do something. You know, so since then that's changed, because of all the light workers and all the work being done and all the prayers and gatherings and things and all the intervention that's coming in to help. So we've gone from that extreme to hopefully, you know, somewhere where this healing can happen very gracefully. But we do have to realize there are certain elements that are not awakening, and they are eternal, and they'll start over. You know, they'll have to start over. They'll start over somewhere else. We're all eternal, and some people have chosen to learn the hard way as an eternal soul, and some people are going with the flow and ascending and changing and letting go of the old draconian ego programs. You know, they're walking away from it.
What do you feel about our current monetary system, and do you think it'll be a thing of the past? The contributionism is one idea that comes to mind for me.
Yeah, contributionism. You know, all higher beings, all higher advanced races don't have a monetary system. They said it inspires greed and separation and againstness. All these other problems come with it, so they've done away with them. And a lot of people go, well, you can't do that. You know, we've got to have our MasterCard. We got to have our, you know, you really don't need that. Basically, the earth is totally abundant. There's so much food just in nature growing every day. If we do our own gardens and grow our own gardens, we can live abundantly. All we need is a transportation system, a way of getting these resources to where they need to be. We do have the fuelless energy technologies that are here on the planet already. We could be doing all of our transportation and energy needs fuellessly. They're here on the planet right now. There's really no reason why anybody would not be able to, have their own house, their own food, their own, those are basics, and they can be covered very easily. But there is this elite program that has created this manufactured lack and uneven dispersal of wealth and sitting on trillions and trillions of dollars. And that is the main core issue, one of the main core problems that's being cleaned up right now. So there are people within those agencies and groups and institutions that are awakening very fast. They call them the white hats. And then there's the dark hats that are just want to continue business as usual until everybody's totally enslaved and under their control. And their lust for wealth and power is insatiable. So again, we're back into that shift. I think eventually we will phase out of having a monetary system, but there are going to be some big changes, some big crashes. It's already happening because it's all built on a lie, basically. And lies only last so long. Fiat money is just paper, basically. When people stop believing in it, it has no value anymore. So basically, that's the bottom line. I think it doesn't matter. Money's neither good nor evil. It's just an exchange. We can still use it and use it correctly. But I just see some big changes very soon in the economic arena.
All right, how about the last question here? How do we make sure that we ascend to the fifth dimension with the Earth, or is it already predestined?
The Earth is going where she's going to go. I don't think there is any insurance or assurance that all you can do is your best and go with the flow and know that you're an eternal being. But we have to take our hand out of that monkey trap, and stop with all the materialism and separation game and actions that are harmful to humanity, Earth. We have to pull away from that and do whatever is necessary to align with the new world coming in, because we're in that middle point right now. The new world hasn't been totally established yet, the old world hasn't collapsed yet, and we're in that midpoint, and we just need to get this big flow going into the new world where people are living in harmony with each other and the planet.
Okay, so do you think there's lots of positively oriented beings in the higher levels of the New World Order?
Ooh, God. In the New World Order?
Yeah.
Like, that's,
Yeah.
you're like talking about like some of the white hats that are involved.
Yeah. I don't know what the ratio is right now. I haven't looked at it. It was about almost 50-50 for a while there, and I think it's moving in another direction. And some of the really dark ones have died because their hearts have collapsed on them. They can't continue. They're having all kinds of heart attacks and physical problems. They do have extreme technologies to prolong the life force and things like that, but their technologies are failing now because their energetic body's not there. They haven't risen to the occasion for this shift. So it doesn't matter how many drugs they have, how many chemicals, how many I'm trying to think of the word. I'll think of the word for it. But they have extreme technologies where they use secretions from glands and hormones and things like that, and they keep everything going. But it's not working. So I don't know the exact number, but I do know a lot of people are waking up, and the push behind it is enormous to wake up. So it's just a matter of time.
Cool. I think that's good for tonight.
Alrighty.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty.
Holla.
Good night.
Good night.